You say you want the truth, then you can't handle the truth. You say you'll do whatever it takes, but watch how you ignore the data that I present to you. Watch how the comments erupt into people rationalizing their contradicting beliefs in spite of the data. You spent your entire life learning to pick locks from gurus, even though the true key has been in front of you all along. You'll do whatever it takes. Really. You know, working out isn't even that difficult. A lot of us really enjoy it. What is difficult is contrasting with societal norms, swallowing criticism from your own brothers, and be made fun of to your face and behind your back. But when you reap the rewards, those same brothers will admire you behind closed doors. The people you'll receive the most backlash from are the people who couldn't use this method even if they had wanted to. For if one cannot have something, one tries to disdain it in order to cope. But even those people will be watching you in the dark when they're alone and nobody's watching them. Unfortunately, not everybody could use this method. Perhaps your window of opportunity has closed.
Okay, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm talking about something that Robert Greene tried to tell everyone in 2001 in his book, The Art of Seduction. I'm talking about a strategic method that's been around for centuries and has never been more relevant, but for a different reason. And by that I mean, just because a rectangle cannot be a square does not mean a square can't be a rectangle if it wants to. I'm talking about becoming a dandy. A dandy is a man or woman who plays with the presentation of their masculinity or femininity. They have an air of ambiguity and fluidity. Now, don't let that buzzword fluidity distract you. This method has nothing to do with politics. This is purely objective, data-driven advice that heterosexual males and females have applied for centuries. Tales tried telling you all the same thing. He showed you the data on social media too, but I'm here to explain that this goes so much deeper than just TikTok. This has been a strategy for centuries for both males and females. When you try to argue that some girls don't go for the TikTok e-boy types, you're misunderstanding the bigger picture. While the TikTok e-boy look is a good template to try replicating today, the method in general revolves around a person of one gender embodying subtle traits of the other gender. But the key is ambiguity and subtlety. You don't want to go too far, as you may seem desperate for attention at best and crazy at worst. And look, this won't make you a Chad, but it could only help you. As Robert Greene writes, one of the worst mistakes you could make is assuming the ultra-masculine is ideal. It's not. And I really hate to say this because I don't like how this is associated with other trending thoughts in today's society, like men becoming weaker. Hence, it may seem like there is an incongruency in my mentality. One of my favorite videos I've made is the edit revolving around rejecting modernity as a man. Meanwhile, I'm here suggesting to you to start studying these TikTok e-boys and perhaps even replicating their appearance. Why? This is what the data suggests, and that data is aligned with what Robert Greene tried explaining about human psychology.
Dandy figure has a place in politics as well. John F. Kennedy was a strange mix of the masculine and feminine, virile in his toughness with the Russians and in his White House lawn football games, yet feminine in his graceful and dapper appearance. This ambiguity was a large part of his appeal. Do not be misled by the surface disapproval your dandy pose may elicit. What is most seductive is often what is most repressed. Learn a playful dandyism and you will become the magnet for people's dark, unrealized yearnings. The key to such power is ambiguity.
People don't often watch TikTokers for their creativity. It's more common that people watch TikTokers to admire the genes on the screen, how they look in other words. And the men with the most female engagement are the pretty boys. And the females with the most male engagement are the gamer girls or car girls. The men with the least female engagement and the most male engagement are the ultra masculine, bulked up gym bros with buzz cuts. The women with the most female engagement and least male engagement are the ones that talk about makeup. It goes both ways. If you really say whatever it takes, then stop ignoring the data. Start studying popular dandies on TikTok and Instagram. Take notes of the jewelry they wear, like the rings, necklaces, and earrings. These are subtle enough for most men to pull off, or on the contrary, for women to pull off. Take note of the hairstyles. Take note of the body builds. Are the men super buff, or are the body builds just super low body fat with good frame? So remember, just because a rectangle cannot be a square does not mean a square can't be a rectangle if it wants to. Don't let the political atmosphere or jealous friends distract you from your main objective.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!